There we go. So, because like there are two things here. There is the wait, I'll show it on Pafu. Linux audio. It's so fucking complicated. But it's like capturing the audio from the speakers, I guess. Well, we want to save it. Okay, so you got like the speakers, recording from speakers, and then I was like, okay, maybe we should make this into audio, but no, not the right way to do it. You need to press the buttons in OBS itself. Hello, Skybro, welcome back. Yeah, we had some audio issues in the beginning. So actually, this is something new. Like I set up a streamer. I set up a streamer account, so I no longer will display basically work projects or private stuff without intending to. So we're gonna have some issues during this stream of just I had to get like we're gonna have some issues during the stream for like setting up everything, right? Because we need to also set up GitHub again. But don't worry, that's kind of easy to do. I think I did it quite recently as well. We need to add another key, so we need to generate a key. Yes, I forgot to do that actually. GitHub create a key. So what SSH key. What I do is I don't reuse my private keys. I create new ones for new accounts or new laptops because this allows me to revoke it if I lose a machine or if an account gets compromised or something. I can revoke. But that's why I do it like this. Yeah. So random ops. You know, that's part of life, I guess. I had to get a new mic. My old one broke. I don't get how you did not notice it when we were chatting, because it was pretty fucked. Huh? No, you had a pretty good mic, I think. Like, so audio issues, I also may not bring them up in any case, because, you know, it's always a fucking mess. So, must have been on his last breath. Yeah, or I just didn't bring it up. Because if it's like, and I don't have good ears either. Like, if I can understand you, then it's good enough for me. I'm not gonna complain about treble or lack of bass in your sound. I don't hear that stuff. I don't know how bad it was, but I don't remember it being bad. I think Sour had more issues actually, because he had I think, but it was mostly connection issues. Went up and down. So this is another problem. We need to sign into GitHub, and KeyPass doesn't work here. So I'm gonna do this probably by moving KeyPass. This is annoying. I had to reduce security to make this work, but it's like, you know, it's like file-based security, which, like, you know, you get a shell on my computer. It's now slightly more easy to pwn my to get to my password files and everything. But I think overall, like how often someone pwns my computer compared to how often I stream, like this is a massive improvement. Now it's asking me for the authentication code. I hate two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is invented for people who don't use a password manager. It's like the worst. And you know what someone said to me? He was like, okay, I'm using two-factor authentication, so I don't need a strong password. And I'm like, no, you're missing the point. You need a strong password. He was actually using a password manager, but he refused to use strong passwords. And I'm like, just what's wrong with you? Why don't you? And this certain someone is also kind of close to me. So I told him, like, you know, if you put large amount of money on an online account, you should make sure it's a strong password, because you cannot trust this working correctly. Oh, and I don't have ad blocker installed. Okay, need to have ad blocker. No. We'll do, yeah, it's uBlock. Yes, it's uBlock. Chrome is such a piece of shit. They stopped doing the account sharing for Chromium. So you have to use Chrome to get, like, sharing between accounts, which is actually a strong indication I probably should move over to Firefox, because the way I'm using, like, I already have three accounts I'm using now, right? Because I have the laptop, I have my work machine, and now I have a streamer account. So sharing it between the accounts is annoying. So yeah, but we can import the rules, so we don't have the shitty feeds showing up. We don't want to have a feed here. That's annoying. Because it distracts me. But fortunately for me, I made a uBlock field. You should fix it. No. Shit. I need to re-export it. Damn it. Well, we can't fix that part. Whatever. Okay. So now we move on to this part where we generate a new SSH key for your email. I don't know why they recommend elliptic curves. Elliptic curves are not good. Elliptic curves elliptic curves are like promoted by the NSA. You should use elliptic curves according to the NSA. And there is nothing wrong at the moment with RSA. So I have no idea why they're saying this gets off. Why would you do this? It's security. You should use the legacy hub shit. This is super secure. It's incompetent people making shitty decisions. You don't understand. Whatever. What does C do actually? Is that comment? Comment, yeah. So let's put my website in it. Say it's Yappy Streamer. Oh, we can also put my Twitch stream in here. Ah, that's a good idea. Leave a like and subscribe. Okay, cool. That's fine. So I don't want to watch my own. What are you saying? Went up and down. Well, now I got a red one. It was either red or mint green. Not even purple. Pony Nixos. Impossible. Yeah, you can pony Nixos easily. It's not that great at security. I use strong password manager, and two-factor authentication. Yeah, feeds suck. No, they like. So it's kind of, you know, there are defaults. The defaults are reasonable, but it's not like it's a hardened distribution. It's not like you should run a bank on Nixos. Actually, we should probably look into this as well at my work, but you know, like the compliance standards are so low compared to what you would expect. And that's the reason for this, is that the compliance documents are incredibly vague, because they're not made by security people. They're made by people who like to talk, basically. And people who like to talk can't really describe their ideas precisely like you would expect from a programmer. Enter a passphrase. No passphrase, because it's annoying, I think. Wait. Oh, the dentist arrived. Maybe we'll do a passphrase. No, we're not. I'm not gonna do that passphrase. I don't care enough about this account. So yeah. Actually, you can kind of do a passphrase on Xarc, because it will pop up your key manager to if it asks for a passphrase. So it's like kind of convenient, built into Linux already. It's like I looked into this because I tried to get it to work on Wayland, and it's using something called an SSH agent, which is run by, you know, GNU SSH agent, which then pops up a window to another program that asks for your to unlock your encrypted password it stores for you. So it's like a key manager within your operating system. But you know, it only works for SSH keys sometimes, and it's just, I don't want to deal with it. Okay, so no passphrase, whatever. Please don't hack me. Like I'll be pwned. But on the other hand, you need to actually know the password of this account to see this file, because it's only for this user readable. You can force it to not use a GUI prompt. I want a GUI prompt. That's the point. Why would you force it to not use a GUI prompt? But on Wayland at least, like it doesn't work reliably, which is incredibly annoying, because it sometimes shows up a prompt and sometimes it doesn't, and well, no, it never shows up a prompt in Wayland because it doesn't know how to do it. That's one of the programs that didn't quite work. But what it will do is it will just take one of the shells that's open, including Emacs, because like I was using Emacs as well in the shell, and it just takes over the entire shell, all the input. But the problem is if there's a program running, you cannot just take over the input of a shell. Like it will potentially fuck up the program, which it occasionally did. And then, you know, I have no idea how to fix it, so I just rebooted that agent thing, and yeah, problems. So that was like a really big gripe I had with I wonder if this is the private key or the public key actually. Probably can pwn me based on that. Whatever. We all be Xarcs? Xclip? Does that work? No. We need to capture this entirely. What was I saying? I have so many things to say. I tried to copy it with a shell command, but I failed. Yeah. You can use CLI, and you can use CLI. Now, like the CLI is not reliable as well on Wayland. Like I said, it takes over programs that are running, including Emacs, and it just breaks everything. So feed. And the problem with feeds is like all the major social networks decided that yes, feeds is the way to go. So now they're like basically all the same. Like it's all Facebook basically, which is just baffling. Even Reddit, although like Reddit gives you way more control than most feeds. It's like I don't like Reddit at all anymore these days. So we go here, and then they told me to use GPG as well at some point at work, and I did it for a while, and now I lost the laptop, and I want to set it up again. Oh, I remember now. Like, yeah, the issue was not that I had to use a passphrase, but it's the GPG encryption required a passphrase, which is why it was so annoying, because that's like entirely optional. You can just disable it. And I was like, okay, I tried to fix it, and I spent hours on it, and it just like I just got crazy after a while and just like gave up. You don't want to debug that stuff. It's too weird. Streamer account. Okay, why am I adding the SSH key? Now I can revoke it. So I know for a fact I think I can revoke this because I have the Lenovo now, and this disk is broken, so I should delete this. Okay, cool. It's just like some security mumbo jumbo, and like the point is that you like people can no longer impersonate me with that SSH key, unlikely as it is that someone will obtain it ever because that disk broke. But yeah, at least through that. So we can work on this, but I don't want to. It's boring. I thought about it, and it's just like I should just write a blog post instead. Like re-implementing which it will be too boring. Like I can't stand it. Yesterday I was doing it, and it's just like reading their spaghetti code is such a pain in the ass. And furthermore, the way they tested it, it's not even quick check, right? It's just they just have like normal unit tests basically. And I'm like, why did you do that? Why did you use quick check? But yeah, so we're gonna work on this instead, plunder, because this actually interests me. And I'm even thinking like, should I even write a blog post? This is so bananas, crazy. Tasty. For testing. No, they were using something. They were like using HUnit directly, which is like a worse way of doing HPEG, because HPEG provides a nice writer API on top of HUnit, I think. And like my experience with Tasty is that it's like it's like the way people were using Tasty, it didn't look as nice as HPEG. HPEG, you just describe what you're gonna do, write either a normal test or quick check, and then you're done. But with Tasty and HUnit, you have to use list instead of like a normal do binding, which is annoying. Yeah, that's basically the only thing that HSpec does, is it provides like a large writer monad for just dumping all the tests into it, and then you run that writer, and you get like a large tree-like structure out of it, and you decide how to run it, and like that it gives you the capability to run everything in parallel, for example, which is really nice. But yeah, but you could also use like list syntax if you like that, I guess. We need to make a project here, although I guess we could just do it in the root of this account, because it's not going to be used for anything else but project, since it's a streamer account. But I don't like doing that, so yes, okay. And right, I prefer arrow syntax. Arrow syntax. It has been. I think I read that arrow paper like 1.5 years ago, and I still don't really get why you would ever use arrow syntax or arrows in general, because I think what does it do? I don't get it. I feel arrows is one of those subjects you can just safely ignore forever in Haskell land, and there's no repercussion unless you actually have to work with it. I guess. Add some sugar, but is it understandable, or using master as the name for the initial branch? This default branch is subject to change. To configure the initial branch name, use in what is this? Why does it tell me all these things once I enter the shell? I do use arrows every advent of code. Solve P1, solve P2 on the input. Use applicative for that. I just say we did it once. We did something weird with applicative in this project. No, not star. with multiple ways include applicative is should. I remember we were working on a branch and we fixed that issue problem. And we should also check out if this is actually the latest version. I know for a fact we're not gonna summon this. Delete unmerged brand. Oh right, we already deleted it. I think this is the latest. We just switch to that. Okay, now we can actually create a branch. Go. And then 3 weeks ago, add basic rendering of health. Okay, cool. Nix shell. Come on, man. Solve P1. Well, I don't know the type signature of solve P1 and solve P2, but I think you can use applicative for that. But it will be like more verbose, I guess. Never really got what the error syntax extension gives me. I played around with it for XML library. Yeah, I remember that, but that XML library, it wasn't doing any streaming, right? It was doing it's hex. Is it hexpad? No, you were using like the big one, the one that loads everything to memory. We were using this, which is callback based. This thing is like, it's fast, it's incredibly fast, but it's callback based, so it's not your, like, we don't use callbacks that much in Haskell. So if you see it for the first time, it's like, wow, how do you use this? But can I give you an example? There's the, I guess if you just do Haskell XML, you get the one you were using. For the docs, XML parser. No. Because the one I used, not conduit. But there was another one that's arrow based. I forgot which one. But what we needed was actually speed so much, not so much a nice syntax for approaching XML, because you know XML is kind of boring. Just use lenses. Oh wow. HXT, a collection of tools for processing XML with Haskell. It looks. I wonder if it's maintained. It looks kind of maintained. What's it doing? Why is it taking so long to enter the shell? Oh, it's like doing something, I guess. Okay. A lot of arrows. Why did you choose this one then? Because this seems more difficult to use. I guess I saw arrows. Like if you Google for it, it doesn't even show up for us first. There we go. It took a long time to enter the shell, but I guess it. Well, like, okay, for me, the big advantage of using the streamer account, yeah, now it's faster. It had to do some caching, I guess. But for me, the big advantage of using the streamer account is that I no longer randomly pop up into work projects or whatever. And that's important for me personally, because I don't want to show something that I shouldn't show. And since I'm dumping everything on YouTube, at some point I may actually, show a secret or something, which would be really bad. And it's like basically impossible for me to do now. Well, it's not, but it'll be harder. I should make it impossible, to be honest. Actually, I could do that. Wait, no, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make it really hard to do at least. I'm gonna change to Yappy user, and I'm gonna say your sudo. And I'm gonna remove the flag from home Yappy that allows you to. So we can start static, right? And what I did is I added this 5 here, 4 for reading and 1 for opening, I think. So if I just cmod this home Yappy, if I just cmod it with 0 like this, we are no longer allowed to read it because I revoked the group permission, which is this one. So 4 for reading, right, and 1 for opening. I think. I don't know what the 1 does. Like the you got like the options. You got like 1, 4, and 2. 2 is for writing, 4 is for reading, and 1 is for executing normally. But I don't know what execution means for a folder. So I say opening, but I have no idea. Like that. Okay. And then if we go in here, we see nothing. Permission denied. So we cannot. Oh, we can still go in there. Damn it. We should also. Wait. I have a guest. I'll be back. You're back. Okay, so I'm back. Mike, you guys are right. But let's see. What was I doing? All right, we fixed this. Now I can no longer go into here. Right, was Hank. Why did I make an account Hank? But whatever, just do the same thing. So okay, now you can only see streamer. Great. So we secured our system against ourselves. The worst enemy I guess you can have is yourself. While doing that, we were still in the shell. Kind of funny. I wonder how that works actually. No, I don't want to do recursive. I don't want to do recursive. Oh, mine is reading. I don't know what it does. I wanna say the bits, because I know what this does. This is the default one actually. If you look at the we can read this. Oh wait, actually, damn it. No, this is the wrong folder. We need to go to home plunder. Home, no. Syntax, come on. Home streamer. If we start that, it's these flags, and I don't want to change the state based on whatever it was. I just want to have these flags. This is the default. Why would I do it like that? I would just I want to have these explicitly these. I don't want to modify it. I want to have it like that. Set DOS. Okay, what were we doing anyway? Let's actually run the game. See what it does. So we could kind of build. Oh, the other nice thing about doing another account is that you get we got these life bars, which is cool. Now you don't have any more life. Actually, one thing we should do is if life is below the limit, you should no longer draw it. So we go to render hexagon. Are we even drawing it in here? No, I don't think so. Health. That's pretty cool. Tile. We can make like a minor speed up. You just skip it entirely. The tile is empty. So where's tile? Make tile. Tile content. Unless it's dead. How do you know if something is dead? Go to the tile, you ask it. And this is actually something where laziness from Haskell comes in really nicely. Because since if you're dead already, we're not gonna do any of this. So you get like, you know, all of this gets disabled because we just have this one check in here. And that's like a big speed up. Well, it's not a big speed up, but it's a speed up. Laziness speed up. You don't have to do everything. And I think like laziness could be quite significant. Speed. I don't care about any of that. And I don't. But it could. Here we're having the union of both tile contents as TC unit. And then I need to go to unit. I need to make C tags here as well. Make ask. There we go. And we can do unit HP. Go health. What is health again? Oh, it's an integer. Wait, I remember you could do comparisons on lens, I think. Right. Review. Quality. Technically, that's it. Into. We're gonna gather around to do a review. What is a review? This is a limited form of a prism that can only be used for reoperations. Like the gather, there is no loss for a review. By using unto, also use any prism or ISO directly as a review. Why does it bring up this? Like T to T. What? Unto. An analog for for review. We're gonna gather around to a review. Why would you do this? I mean, I guess maybe if you already have a gather, then you can. And God, it hurts. I'll just get it out like this. And we have to unit HP. Now what if you get it like this, right? So if you don't have anything in there, you're false. You're dead. True. Maybe. True. And then we just use do syntax to get it out. DHP. And then we're like, okay, pure HP smaller than or equal to 0. So if you don't have any tile content, you're dead, and you don't need to do any of this. If your HP is smaller or equal to 0, you're also dead. Otherwise, you're false. Oh. Boolean. Unless. Do you have like prelude or something? What do you mean no unless? It's in base. Oh, it's in control monad. Right, whatever. Now all those dots are gone. But if like we had all these dots here as well, those are fixed now. So like a small render bug. This assertion, if something is dead or not, we should move it out to this assertion. We moved out to maybe a prism. I'm fine with that. So top of health, we can have a prism that goes to unit. Oh, this is so dumb. It's just too dumb. It's too dumb. Can't do this. We can make it like a normal function instead. It's too dumb. So maybe I should do it like this. Let's not make a person for that. It's too fucking dumb. That's like. I can use this then. I mean, it's fine. We could property test this. No, we're not gonna do that. It's too dumb as well. Is that player? I would have assumed. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Like maybe you can, you know, make it more abstract. Why would you do it? Just like, you know, use your lens shit to get it out. Get a unit out. Put it in. If we're cool, we'll make a new type out of this, but not cool for programmers. 0 HP. Well, it's not quite a 0. It's like, you know, if you're below 0, then you're dead. I wasn't like, you know, I was just looking at this mess. Is this really the best way of writing it? Yes, because now I break a line. So next, we can't really. But the guy's already fighting back, right? But like the problem is, like we kill them, even though they're not dead themselves. Match type health to bool with actual type bool. What? Match type health to bool with actual type bool. Name shadowing. Right. Just hates me. I'm bad. I guess I'll just solve it like that. I'm not gonna mangle. You mangle. The health. Unit HP, unit HP. Great. So, okay, next problem. We need to stop them in the tracks because he's always winning the fight, even though he's not really winning the fight. That guy was still alive. He's just being killed by a bug. We always move on top of them, even though we're not particularly winning. Maybe you need wingman from HLS to implement is dead. Yeah, maybe I can use what is it called? Maybe I can use Sandy McGuire's code generation magic to automatically implement this function because it's just too difficult to figure out, I think. But you know, we got code reuse and you know, qualified imports. It's like almost a professional level Haskell thing going on here. Combat is dead, completely different from, you know, normal life to life is dead. Hi Alton, how are you doing? Welcome back. I got a streamer account, so there will be no more random projects being displayed on this stream because we can no longer see them. That's my personal victory here. None of these are accessible, so we only get the things that are already public anyway, which is great. It's like I'm almost a professional streamer, not quite yet. But what about I wouldn't want to be killed by a bug. Yeah, you can die here, but in this game by a bug, which is kind of frustrating. What are you gonna do, right? Oh, let's also fix the libf issue. Do libf and call it main, and then we're gonna do the magic again. Qualify. Game 30. There we go. So yeah, let's fix the bug. We have it because in state, the way we are resolving update logic stuffs, it's so this is not a good way of doing the update at all, right? Actually kind of, let's commit this. So fix empty health bars showing fix rendering of health bars dead things. Stop rendering of health bars of dead things. Okay, origin. Come on, mate. Oh, like this would be nice actually. So, oh wait, what? Wait, maybe it's on GitHub different. I want to look at the commit, not the commit. These are files that have been changed. I want to look at my branding. Oh, it's only in SSH, I guess. Can I add comments in Git like I did with SSH? I'm gonna watch that YouTube video on stream now. I hope it's like family friendly and stuff. According to TOS, I guess. The thing we need to be concerned about here. Oh, I don't have any sound. Wait. Got the recording. Well, it's kind of difficult to know which one should be recording. But maybe because I muted it. No, I'm not gonna get any movies anytime soon, I guess. Killed by bug. Yeah. So the way we're updating state is kind of dumb because we. Right, I actually thought about this. Right, I made a real thought. How about that? We already refactored this once, but we can refactor it again. How about that? So in the move plan, we have like, you know, all these shoots. Is shoot, we used to call it even. Shoot attack, is move, blah blah blah. And to do that, like, we are getting a custom data type called move type, which is different from a move because it allows us to put in extra stuffs. Hooray! So my plan was, instead of because like the thing we do is, okay, should we move? That's the first thing we're figuring out. Then we're figuring out if we should attack, and then we're actually doing the move. But if you look at apply attack, we are once more figuring out a lot of stuff about the board. Like, we are figuring out where we're moving from, where we're moving to, and if we can't figure out where we're moving from, we're throwing an error here. that's kind of, you know, since we already figured out where we're moving from, like we already got a tile, why don't we just put it in the move type, you know? And then we can entirely remove this entire check. Because why would you even use a move type like that if you're not going to put in the data you want to have, especially for attack? So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to put the from in here, from prime. We're going to prime, we're going to put comma here. We're going to put the outcomes and I guess the from unit as well. And in fact, it's probably just going to be like this. Just like, why would you, right? I've had. Yeah, so we're eliminating all these errors by just, you know, using the actual data type. But now I'm like kind of considering, should I use this kind of syntax or should I? Probably, yeah, that's the most obvious thing to do. And we're not going to use this for anything else, so why wouldn't I? The other thing we could do is we could make a separate data type for what's being put in the attack data. I could call it like attack data xxx, and then we're gonna put all the information from attack in here, and we're gonna generate lenses for that. That's something else we could do. And I'm like, what is better now? Should we go full YOLO into lens, or should we use record wildcards? Because like that's the other thing you can do. It's like you have like move, which is like a record, and then you can use that syntax I just showed, like this syntax, to match on it, and you get this binding into scope. But here I realize that I actually kind of hate record syntax, record wildcards, because I never know what's in scope after a while. Like, I don't know what stuff is available. I need to look up the data type, which is annoying. Yeah, refactoring is also more difficult, I think, with record wildcards. Is it? I don't know. Like, are there any? Does anyone know? Well, I guess I can just make an attack data type, and so the nesting goes on. Make attack data. So the first thing we had in there was like move data. Well, we could just call this attack, right? Let's just keep it as short as possible. Not like add any actual move plan. So we call this like attack. We prefixed but with an A for attack, move plan. Prefix it with this. I think, yeah, attack, move. That's it. That's the name I'm looking for. Is this the name I'm looking for? Yes, this is the name I'm looking for. And then we go on to what stuff do we need? No, not a move, right? This is no error. All of the error stuff here. My dirty little secret. I'm just copying over the entire block because I'm gonna use it for names. Attack from, which is a tile. Attack to, which is another tile. And then, you know, inside it, there's maybe a unit. But we already know there's a unit in there. Is this? Yeah. So I'm like, do we even need that 2 prime stuff without, if we already have the units? Should just resolve in combat, right? Result. Where's the result? 2 prime from prime. Yeah, we're using it to go deeper apparently. And we're using it here to get it from the state. But like this entire function will become pure if we all put it in the move type, which is nice. So we're just gonna call it from unit and to unit, and I don't think the 2 prime is used anywhere else here. So attack from unit and attack to unit, and that's it. And then move. So here we're gonna eliminate this, and we're gonna put in the attack. Of course we want to make lenses. And 2-player move. Alright, I have to deal with this now. Make attack. Get compose. This is probably why I didn't do it the right order the first time. 2-player move. Actual. You get it out maybe. Is attack. What does is attack do then? Attack. Oh, refactoring this will be annoying. Well, we are in maybe. And this can fill, but it can fill like nicely. And I think I want to remove the point free style here because it's not a good idea at all. Player move. Selected action. We got a tile, right? What is inside a tile? Oh, this is annoying. Like, okay, we're doing the check on it. Should move. It should move. Why are you using maybe move instead? Having the new position either be updated or the same. Like we're first figuring. So I split it up into like phases here, kind of really intentionally, because like it's not gonna be as simple in the future. We're first figuring out like you should split it up like this. Like, well, the way I'm like thinking about it is I split it up into phases because we first figure out the current state, what is going on for everything for the entire turn, and then we apply all the changes we want to do. Because I think it will be like this is it may not seem like it, but this is still kind of easy peasy logic for the game. You know, which is also why I like game dev, because it's gonna get more complicated. So if we're gonna do the update in place immediately, then I don't know how we're gonna keep it consistent. So to me it was like, okay, first we figure out what's going on, who is gonna attack who, and etc. And then we're gonna apply all the changes. So, you know, to make sure that the same stuff happens. New position. It is a new position, right? The move is indicating where you're going from and where you're going to. So the actual is a position. But the actual is an abstraction on top of our coordinate system. And we use the word actual very explicitly because that's what we're using for hexagons. So this word has a lot of meaning, but it basically is a coordinate on the hexagon system. Why is it in a maybe? Right, maybe move. If we, so the question that's being answered here, like, okay, should you move in the first place? And if you should not move, then you're not gonna return anything because you shouldn't move. But if you're gonna move, you're gonna get the information where you should move to. That's the idea. Player attack. if you're not gonna move, it's gonna back at your old position. That's an idea. You just move it to yourself. Now, why would you do that? Then you have like a needless update. I want to eliminate the needless updates. That's the point. I'm gonna get some tea. Be right back. I'm gonna get some chocolate as well. Oh my god, we're gonna make a party out of it. Hello. Back. I have chocolate. I wanted to put on my headphones for some reason, but there's no reason, because like we're not gonna play any music or whatever. Of course not. I just check. Can you move? Then I calculate the new position. Otherwise, return. Shitty game. No, it's fine. This is not the right way. I guess I gotta call it make attack move, because this is already called make attack. No, it's fine. Like you don't dig yourself into holes. This okay. Technically, this is like a hole as well for me, right? Because it's got all these error messages in it. We're just fixing it. I'm taking my time. I'm eating, by the way. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't think you can hear it, but I'm gorging on chocolate, like full of sugar chocolate. What's wingman? Condoms. I think that's against TOS, man. Wingman. Wingman. Oh, there's a podcast. Listen to it. I listened to this one about a witch. I should never listen to this. Like, I get kind of obsessed with it. And I just redesigned their entire API at this point. But it's like so much better, actually. I'm just like considering, should I work this out into a separate library and push it to Hackage? That's good chocolate. Okay, now we can make an attack move. Yeah, we're just gonna rewrite the entire thing here, I guess. It's like not working for us, you know. The idea is we're gonna fill this. We know how to get the move. We're not gonna use compose anymore either. His attack, like, just trying to force this stuff into the same actual two-player move towards actual. Okay. I mean, I kind of see the appeal of trying to abstract it like that, but to be honest, with move, the problem is this returns not enough information for us. So we just verified that at a particular tile there is select tile, there is a player, but in the move we are squashing the tile for some reason. Tile content. So it will be a great improvement if you just put a tile into the move, because then you don't like, at least you don't have to look up that part. Two-player move figures out if you're trying to move towards a neighbor of this selected tile. So we could just put selected tile in here, move selected. Tile. Furthermore, we can also put the player. We're gonna get it out. So instead of tile content, can jump to that. What if we just do that? We'll do maybe unit. We'll put a unit in there. The player. Move player. This is like, again, we're abusing laziness for a bit, because we're just adding more stuff in here, which is not going to be used by the move path itself, but it's going to be used by the attack path. And like, only if it's an attack, it will be evaluated. Otherwise, it will be just ignored. And now I can simplify this as well, which is a maybe unit. And we can just like not even do maybe unit. We just like get it out. That's what the should move flag is indicating. We're just gonna get the unit out. Select the tile. And we can remove the entire condition here like this. So we're removing it as a boolean and we're putting it in as like an actual value, which is nice. It's like this is I think this is sort of following that parse don't validate, because we're no longer using booleans as much. We are putting values into our maybe like this and a tile, right? don't know if we're gonna need tile, but we're gonna have it anyway. Move selected. Put all that stuff in there. Compose is move. I think that's fine. Do. Okay. So we got like make attack move data. Got all the stuff, but we still need to fill in this. Well, we got from, I guess, because we know for now it's always a player. So we're gonna fill the from unit with. Well, we can delete it now because it's a move. Yeah. So we just need to figure out who we are attacking, and then we're done. Move from. Instead of player, we're gonna call this from unit. It's clashing with this from. It's in HLSS. Wait, Wingman is in HLSS itself? That's amazing. Well, back on Discord with a demo. You get code actions for implementing. Oh wow! So that's like absolutely crushing any other language then. That's amazing. Well, like the way I understood it last time when I was here, it's like really restricted to what it can do. But you know, Wingman, it will be way better than template. Like if you could have me an action that would expand. Well, I guess this template is kind of shitty to expand, but at least preview it. That would be great. Actually, the prisms, it generates a lot of code, and I want to look at it most of the time. But sometimes it's good to look at it to know what's going on. And I kind of miss that from template Haskell. I have no idea what's going on. So, right, we already got the move because we put it into that directly. So then we can put the move inside the attack with move. And then final thing to do is to get the unit we are attacking, which actually is being resolved by this function, is attack. So rather than returning a bool, we're just gonna return the maybe. And you know, we got a really good one-trick pony with preview. By the way, like this this thing is the same as preview, just infix. A bit nicer as infix. Word is attack unit. And then we actually don't need the bool operation at all anymore here. Because we're just gonna get it out like this. Attacking. Soy attack 2. That code action for implementing the function for you. Is attack. What does this even do? Oh, it just checks if the thing we're going towards is has an enemy which we can attack. But I guess now it's no longer is attack. We're just gonna get the enemy out, and we're pushing it into the monad. So it's like the thing we're going towards isn't a enemy. We're not gonna do any of this other stuff because of laziness. Well, not because of laziness, because of how monad thing is implemented. We're just gonna say this is true then, because we no longer really use the boolean. To player move true. So that should work. See if it compiles. GTI. Oh wait, we can do make GTI. No instance for act tile. Well, you better become act. Oh, it's gonna be annoying, isn't it? Act background. Oh, what are you even comparing to? You're just one. Okay, whatever. I mean, I guess it's act equals true. Not in scope. Move player. What do you mean not in scope? Move player. All right, we renamed it to move from unit. And then we got a bunch of compile errors because we no longer say it's a move here with the error stuff. It's with the error stuff, right? 164. Yeah. Move from, move to. Don't need to know this stuff. Come on. Attack. Attack to move from unit. So we're gonna get attack. We're gonna get a move out. Attack move. Did I switch my style, by the way? I think I used snake case before, and now I suddenly started using camel case. Yeah, I did. That's not a wise decision. Oh, yeah, I'm using snake casing for lenses, and I'm using camel casing for everything else. It's like to distinct the lenses, the normal stuff. Or for records, I guess. So they don't clash as much. Get more namespaces. Move from. And then attack 2. No lead binding for you. Just get the result. And that's it. Variable on the scope. Move prime. You do compose, don't you? Move prime with actual type attack. What? 152. Move. Action. Oh. So if you're on attack, you don't necessarily should move, right? You should only move under certain conditions, which is what we're trying to figure out here. When, like, the attack has been applied, okay? We have done the attacks here. So first apply attack. And then we move on to the second part of the plan, which is move plan. For move plan, we're gonna try and move with a plan, modifying the game board. So the second part of the plan is we know where the attack has come from, who has been attacked. We have a copy of them, but that's an old copy. We need to re-look up the person in the database and see if their health is below, if they're dead, basically. So that's why we have all the redundant information into the attack, I guess. So if the guy we are attacking, the attack 2, which is a unit, has died, we can move. Otherwise, we're not gonna move. But, you know, the action will become a maybe as well, because it doesn't always go. It only goes if you kill the other guy. So attack, action. Move prime. Well, I need to look up from the grid, same location. Should get that lens out for tile content, because it's this thing. I want to get this thing out. Back toward. I want to get to tile content. Maybe to just as well, because like it's the more interesting. Well, I guess we can compose that as well. So and I think this is a we get an actual, and then you will give me traversal prime from game state towards the style content. I guess tile content is just tile content. Wait, tile content. Oh, it's maybe tile content. That's fine. Oh, I put it into the wrong line. Matraverse. We're gonna put all this stuff in there. Towards. But most of the time I just want to know if there's something just there. I don't know if this type checks, but it looks reasonable to me. And then you can choose if you want to go over the unit or the enemy, because the unit is like both and the enemy is only one. Towards. This is actually a bad name, but overboard, the first board. We call it like that. Board. Yes. Yep, it's gonna be a bit cleaner. But the other thing did I clean this up? Abomination. I guess I didn't. I just dreamed about it. Yeah, so in the move, we need to traverse the board as well. Because we need to get the guy we are attacking, which is... I need to open up here. So in move, we're gonna get move type grid. But that's annoying. It's just updating the grid instead of the entire state, so we can't use the function. It is made. What is game set even? But it just contains the grid. It's also selected. Well, you know, split up our 1 trick pony into 2 trick pony. Oh well, whatever. Just do it like this. Stop refactoring, man. Do some work. Who we were gonna do? Well, the one we just had open. Move. So the moving 2, we want to know that. Add move 2. Are you dead? Just tell content just. And then TC unit. Just in combat. TC unit. Come on, TC unit. I guess it's a thing. Unit HP. We're gonna F map to the grid. Is that. So, what would you expect? If you are dead, you should be equal to just to do, then you're dead, and then you can move. So, I don't like how this move, but you attack. Attack. So if you're dead, you shouldn't move. If you're not dead, you should do nothing. And how do you attack? Or how do you move? You get the attack move out. Well, it's kind of problematic because now this function has become a maybe action. Which probably means we should move the move function into a separate function and use a wrapper around this. Because, like, you know, in case of not moving, we're gonna do something else. We're gonna do nothing. We're gonna return the grid. Because it's like, you didn't manage to kill it, so we're just not gonna modify it at all. We're just gonna return the result. It makes more sense to check if you are dead independently of action. But we're not checking if you're dead yourself. We're checking if the tile you are moving to. So if you are the tile you are attacking, if that contains tile content with just a unit with combat HP, which is dead, you know, you can actually kind of read it like a normal sentence almost. If that's just true, then you're gonna move there. Otherwise, you're not gonna move there. It's like actually you can read it almost like a sentence. I didn't read. Oh, okay. It's sort of readable actually, you know, which may be surprising because it's Haskell, but lenses, man. People are so resistant to lenses, but they are amazing. Okay. So we're gonna you know, same signature, move prime, and you will get a big fat move as well. You get a move instead of a move type. How about that? So this is move. Yeah. Well, let's move. Figure out move, and then, you know, where. What are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna do maybe. We're gonna return a grid, or we're gonna do a move based on the action. Oh, actually, I should change the order of this as well, then, because you can get the move like that. Is attack. Oh, there is another logic here for doing the blood. So we need to recover the logic for the blood as well, which is annoying. I guess we can do that outside as well. We can do it in here. Figure out move. Tile. Now I need to all that stuff, man. No. action. Move to no. Oh my god. This is gonna be. I mean, I guess we could just pass it to move type as well, and then be done with it. Whatever. It's not like, you know, we're married to it. You do type, you get the grid, you get the action, everyone is happy. It's like, you know, no abstraction at all, but there you go. It's not like we want to make abstraction. It can be complicated, that's fine. And then, you know, figure out move. Apply move type, or just do move type. You just can call it move type, I guess. No, it's figure out move, because it's not doing anything with attack. But once we figured out if we actually want to move somewhere, we should also set out the background and stuff. So, yeah, be right back. Okay. I'll take a small tea break as well. Get more tea. I'll be right back. Got more tea. I realized, like, I'm kind of streaming longer than I would expect. I mean, like, that's not what I'm trying to say at all. No, it's like, I want to run today, but I need to know how long I should stream before sunset arrives. No, oh, I'm like way fine for that. Okay, cool. Yeah, because it changes so much in the Netherlands these days. It's just Dutch problems, you know. So we wrote this entire thing. Precedence, alright. I knew that would be a problem. Right, add another parenthesis. I mean, I guess we can do another let binding. Would be kind of nice. To that. Two is that. Towards? No, two is that. There we go. Move more parentheses. Cool. Oh, you don't know about Boolean. Why did I keep writing Boolean? Used imports. Move selected. Oh, I guess we don't need you. Display. Shoot. Shadows the existing binding of state. Blah 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 blah. Okay, does it work? I think this still crashes, right? Yeah. We can't run from GTI, but it's fine. We're not trying to make a game for GTI. We're just trying to make a game that runs. And GTI is just convenient for debugging. So yes, we're not moving into it. It's working. Oh, we died. I guess the other problem, we don't actually die. We just keep going, even though our health bar is no longer rendered. So this is another kind of issue. Like, it's kind of complicated when you encounter it for the first time, because there's no end game detection. We now need to make a game over screen because you're dead, right? We can't keep on going once you're dead. So yeah, we can just keep squashing these guys until they die, because we're immortal now. But eventually we break through them. So that's it. And yeah, this guy doesn't have any. Oh right, we have to slash the life out of him as well. It's so cool. It feels a lot better as well, because, you know, we take some time to slaughter them. We don't slaughter them in the first go. We just like, you know, swing once, and swing again. Dead. That's better. It's like, with an animation with it would be amazing. But yeah. So actually, to make gameplay, we need to make sure that it's kind of hard to see what's going on here as well. Yeah, so he's gonna crush us, I think. But yeah. Oh no. Okay. Yes, we still live. Like, it's still not interesting to play because we cannot die, so we cannot lose, and there's no reward for killing them all like this. This guy is basically impossible to kill for this character, but that's fine. We'll figure that out later. That's like a more level problem than a game engine. We're working on the engine now, I guess. So don't bug out or don't kill players, or don't kill enemies if they're not dead yet. They're not dead yet. Actually, like we added combat. We just don't have any detection yet for like the ending, basically. So we can make like a game over screen, I guess, and then like make a button to replay. Okay. So let's make another function for on game state. Is player that after the attack phase, so apply attack, right? After this phase, we gonna check if the player is alive. So we do like check player lives, which is just a function in modern game state. Wow. So what some games actually do is not check this every or we check it once per turn, right? So that's fine. We only check it now. And maybe we should do this always. We got like update logic, do all the updates of logic, do all the updates of logic, and then check if the player lives. So on any update, we're gonna check if the player lives. Okay, how do you check that? Well, we know if it's dead. So where's the player position even? I guess we just like look into the game state. Use game board. And we go into the grid. Actual tile. I guess we're gonna go into tile. Wait, this is a map? Grid is a map. I guess we fold over it. Fold it. Because we're gonna go to tiles. We're gonna ask for tile content. Just player. TC unit. No, not TC unit, but player. And then unit HP. Health prime. Now we can just check if it's dead. If is dead, health. I don't know why I call it prime, but what are you gonna do? We're gonna reset the game. Maybe we can like make a level something. We're gonna set the grid to the level. We're gonna get set selected to nothing. I guess we can just reset the entire state, and that's it. We don't need the screen necessarily to make this work. We just reset the entire progress. Yeah. Reset state. Else pure. I guess like when is that? We can do this. So for here, we're gonna set the game board to level, and we're gonna set the selected to nothing. Set game board. Well, I guess it's like this set. Level game selected. Not equals nothing. Okay, that's it. Is that health? Let me spell this. Yes, I did. Who knows why? When? You don't know when. I guess it's in control of the monad. Level. Well, how do you load the initial level, right? Oh, we can just set the entire state to this. App and the level initial grid. Let's just set the entire state to this. Put. Oh wait. that was wrong. Put. Initial. We can make a screen as well, but I don't want to do that. This is way easier. And that's like how we finish this issue. And probably this stream as well. Because then I can still run. Well, mod state class put. I don't know. Just pick one. Hiding put. There you go. Another do is monad int. Game board. I need you to go over. Fold it. This is the most powerful of lenses. But yeah, it has problems. You are game board. Oh, it doesn't know how to combine it if it finds multiple. Right, because we are getting the unit HP out and we're folding it into a one big thing. Even though there's only one player. Maybe I can get the first instead. No, I can't get the first like this. Oh, I need to use pre-use as well. Maybe health with int 2. If you can't find a player, you're dead as well. From maybe. Data maybe. Thanks. Okay. So if we die now, the entire game state should reset. From maybe evil. Wait. So we can die quickly by fighting this guy. There we go, we're back. And the entire game state resets. So, you know, we can take our time killing the archer and then go back, try killing him, and we're dead. So, this is actually a game now, because, you know, we got a oh no, we still get a treasure. We need to put like a treasure on the map, a goal. And then, you know, we need to work out the treasure is gonna be next time, by the way, because this is combat. We're done with combat now. This is a basic combat system, and there is a punishment for dying. Even though you don't get a message at all, it's like not really user friendly, but it is a system. It works. Yeah, I'm quite proud of this actually. I'm actually feeling pride of this code. It's amazing. From maybe evil. Because we use maybe here. Yeah. Oh, and that maybe is not necessary anymore. Okay. So yeah, we can die by fighting this guy because he's way more powerful than we are. But yeah. I'm not really sure how to. Well, I think I'm gonna add a goal. I'm gonna add like a treasure or something, and then I need to think about how to continue. Because probably like looking into how to make the AI fight you more well than just standing around. Because currently they're doing nothing and you just have to attack them. So we're gonna try making it like, you know, they're trying to come at you, for example. Or maybe they move like a couple of tiles or something, you know. Keep it like simple, but they're at least trying to do something. Yeah, I don't know. But I feel this is the combat system implemented like fully. Just took us a couple of streams, but we got it now. And yeah. So this will reset game state on player death. We should also add like a message if you die like this. I don't know. Probably trace player died. Player died resetting. Resetting. But this is my stream for today. We set up a streamer account as well. Now we got a message, right? Player died resetting twice even. I don't know why it happens twice, but yeah, twice. Weird. Maybe it's multiple reflex updates or something. Because we check for death every action in reflex, so it can happen twice, but that's fine. I'm surprised how fast this is. And this went like I thought it would be more difficult to implement this, but there you have it. I think we simplified it as well. Well, let's just compare it to. Let's just go see how, because we're gonna merge this now today. It's no longer useful to keep this on a branch. It's way better than the master branch. No, why is CI failing? Oh, they're actually compilers. Oh, it's in test. We should probably fix it well then. Okay. Probably should fix the test. Make a test. Make move. Let's type combat unit move. Right. I would have jumped at this point to a project I shouldn't have jumped to. But I was prevented by using a separate account. Make move. I guess we could try, you know, maybe that worked? Right, because the unit is also arbitrary. Make move actual. These are all move tests, so we can just like, you know, put in errors in here. Move from. And like the reason we can do this is because this is a test, and if the error gets thrown, then you know test fails. Oh wait, it's actually gonna be checked. It's gonna be compared. Test state. It's gonna be a unit. It should be a unit in there, but maybe there's none. Character should move. Player actual. Player actual initial grid. Oh, that's not a good idea. Test state level. You can't even make a player like that. I was looking for the unit of player, but there's none. I should make it like this: player unit. That fixes this problem as well. And then the error we inserted should be player unit. Okay. The amazing tests we have. Unit HP. Wait, I didn't export them? Oh, we can use def unit. No scope type of class unit. So we need to import combat. Yeah, this is the stuff we added. That's why these tests are failing, because, you know, we haven't actually thought about how this should interact with the existing stuff. Content fold. Move from 58. Gotta move. With match type actual with move. Data move. Move from is an actual. But you want to be big walk. This is my property test even. Why is it failing? We're getting the actual out. Good, like it should be empty. Okay, move becomes empty. That's a good test to have. Result, move. Oh right. We kind of changed the prototype of move. We put in the move type, which is like a move walk. Make walk. Then we're putting in the grid. And the move again. That's why that's failing. And it does succeed, hooray! Okay, probably not gonna wait for GitHub Actions to complete, but maybe we should. I don't know, does anyone have anything to say about it? All of this. We can compare, see how our changes are, and if they're any good. Right, we added the images for weapons, because we need to render them. I don't know why this is different, probably because we're using a different version or something. Who knows? We're using mode and random now because we need to have randomness in our state. Fine. We deleted button because probably not being used. We added a combat module, of course, to figure out how to do combat. It's only 100 lines. Some of it is probably test code, but no orphans for us. Rename that main libav. Make it a bit more readable. Right. This is a bit weird that we put the weapon there and in grid as well. This probably is wrong. I should delete that. Weapon. It was not being used, I think, at all. Delete unused data type. So yeah, we added comparisons to. Oh wait, we can make it proper PR. GitHub Actions is so slow. We add the natural transformation for randomness. It's fine. Weird, but fine. Right, and we kind of simplified how we are doing the image rendering. And like, yeah. So you say like, oh, this is not a simplification at all. Look at that massive type signature. But I'd like to point out that the actual code has been reduced. Like the term level stuff has been reduced. This is just like a lens now. Okay, just check if there's blood, and if there's blood, apply the image. That's what you want to do, right? At this point, apply an image. At this point, apply an image. Blah blah blah. And then like the actual logic is in here, which is not a lot. Health bar, right? Unless you're dead, and draw a rectangle, which I think it's also done by rendering, right? Why don't you just do both? Wait, what? The render module, right? Render. I'm curious, like, why are we just not doing both? hexagon render selected. First you're rendering a hex, and you're making a hexagon, which is selected. Oh, that's why. That's so wasteful. So we're rendering all of the game board. Then we are rendering the actively selected tile on top of that. And then we are rendering everything on top of that. So that the stuff, so that this stuff, like it's layers. This is the first layer, second layer, third layer. So the selected will be rendered below the other stuff. You know, you can see what's going on. That's kind of wasteful, but whatever. We're not having any performance issues at the moment, so I'm not gonna figure out ways to optimize it. This is where we introduce weapons to the level. Yeah, the state update has become a lot more complicated. But it's not even that bad, to be honest. Like, you know, it was like maybe 20 lines. Okay, like this technically is also all included. So, but it was 20 lines, and now it's like 78 until like 50 plus another 20, 70, maybe 80 lines. So 4 times as much logic stuff going on. And this is just for combat, right? Like we're not even changing the screen or anything, which would also be in game state. So as you can see, like this module just keeps on blowing up the more stuff you add. And soon we kind of no longer put everything into a single module like that. But it's still sort of fine for now. It's only 200 lines. Yeah, it's kind of fine. But what you would do then is just like add a state folder and put, like, you know, do one combat state, and then you do a move state. You like make a module for moving in state, combat, switching screens, stuff like that. You know, keeping it split up. And as you can see, by the way, I'm not introducing a types module, for example, or a classes module, for example, because, or data functions module. Those are all terrible ideas. You shouldn't do that. You should use proper names for things, not put everything in types. That's a bad idea. Gabriel Gonzalez, I guess Gabriela now, she has become a trans. She wrote a blog post about it, on how to split things. And this is like the vertical way of splitting things. So you got like a line here, you got like there. Like you got your rendering here, you got your state there. You know, you got like images as part of it. You got like all these pillars stuff going on. But the other thing you can do is like, you know, you put all your types in here, and then you put all your classes in here, and it just becomes like a hamburger. It doesn't work for large projects. It may work for a small library, but for a small project. But this is gonna, you know, like I said, it's already getting bigger. We're not even adding that much stuff yet. Still building the thing. Why are people doing that? It's so dumb. I don't know. I mean, I think like a lot of people are like, okay, we got this module system. What do I do with modules? I don't know. What are other people doing this? Oh, they're making a types module. Okay, let's put everything into types. You know? Or the worst one is a util module. I don't like that at all. The problem I have with the util module is that it's, again, like you're not adding a name to it. The point of a module system is that you have a namespace, and if a util is so generic that you have no idea what's in there. It's a surprise. Whereas if you go to game 13, well, it will be about game 13, I guess. I guess we should rename it to plunder. But if you go to combat, well, you know, it's about stuff that has to do with combat. You know, if you go to grid, it has to do with something that's a grid. Like you're not gonna find any triangles in a grid. You know. Well, maybe you can have a triangle grid, but you're not going to find any dogs or any combat in a grid. That doesn't necessarily make sense. Although, is it in there? No, we don't have any combat in here. There is some reference to units and stuff, which is, you know, not great. But yeah, Guest is also a weird name. It has more like information than util. Guest to something. And I guess in this case, the guest will be reflex. And the util module. Util is awful. I don't know how long this is gonna take. It seems to be rebuilding everything, because I probably didn't add a cache. But yeah, I think I just add a makeshift CI. I use it all to all my projects. But I wonder if I still have the template, because I could merge in the Haskell template, which has a better CI setup. I upgraded that quite recently. Though it's already at STL, right? So it should be finished quite soonish. Daily fan. Yeah, STL is quite big build. Okay. Kind of cool. Progress to game. Well, no. Okay, I've made a decision. Like I should make this. So what to do next, right? That's what I'm thinking about now. How should I continue the plunder project? Let's look at the goals. Done. For a game loop. Attack this unit, display the unit, move on top, roll dice. Okay, open up treasure. Like, how to make it shippable, right? How do you make it interesting enough that you wanna, you know, maybe pay a small amount of money for it? That's the focus, like how to make it fun. So, and I think clearly the next thing is to add a goal. Extract information. Extract information. I don't know what I mean by that. So we have a very simple. So the other thing we did is we add combat system, add basic. So, which is the challenge, the big challenge, playing the game. And then, you know, going full Skinner's box, we need to add a reward. And a reward for overcoming challenge, which will be loot. And then I think the final step is to add like a reward sync progress. But we don't necessarily need progress. Some people play games just to overcome. There are like, okay, for example, there are games that just do this. They have like a challenge, and then overcoming this it gives you a small reward, and that's the game. For example, Counter-Strike. You know, you kill your opponent, and then you may win the match, which is your reward. You know, you get to show off. That's like a scoreboard, and that's the game. There's no progress. Like the progress is getting better at the game. So you could say that this is enough to ship it, but I want to actually like if you go further with this, like making mechanics inside the game to promote the player, like making him stronger or something, or adding more units, or you know, maybe even add an outfit or something. You can do all kinds of stuff. That depends on if you're having an RPG or a skill-based game. And I tend to like RPGs more because they open up more like strategizing, thinking about the game outside of the game, and like what path should I take? You know, making these decisions more hard. Like yeah, and like, you know, yeah. So that's why I like it better. And you end up with like these large. Okay, shell run okay. Just to make sure your CI didn't, or your yeah, like I like the RPG more because, you know, remembering back when I played Diablo, I loved it. So, and I think I also spent like ages just researching different ways of building your character and stuff like that, which I found a lot of fun. So I hope to go in that direction more. But then again, there is like EU4, which is it's a different kind of RPG, I guess. Like the progress is different. Like you're not building a character, you're building an empire. It's more like conquest. There are all kinds of directions to go, and we finished. So congratulations, everyone. We added combat. Well, I think we should go to like mvp.org. Okay, what do we need to finish to make an MVP, or to make a minimal game? 1 rewards, and then we need to publish it. For example, treasure to I think to fix up UX. Currently we don't even know where that. No, we don't have to do it. Well, kind of, yeah, I think so. And then what else to do? Publish it. Like we need to put a line. So make small. Oh, this is gonna be yesod probably. Yesod. This is it. So, you know, we're making it bare bones, a game. Put it on the website. Ask a small amount of money for it, and then we move on to. I think after this, we try making it more fun. Because, like, with all this in place, you know, you could say you have a real game, even though shitty. After this, it's our real game, though bad. so we can make it more fun. I think I explained enough in the past why I want to put it on the website and publish it, because, you know, it's one thing to make a game for fun and just, you know, keeping it in your basement and not showing it to anyone else, but actually trying to get others to play it and hopefully getting people involved. It's like, that's like a different, like it makes it more real to me if others do use it, see it and interact with it, because otherwise it's like, you know, there's no point to it. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Work out goals a bit more. Okay, cool. So we're gonna merge this. Merge pull request, add combat. This adds a very rock, paper, scissors based combat mechanism. Cool. The game we have been working on for a year has a basic combat system now. Okay, thanks for watching everyone. This was my stream. I'm gonna end it here because I want to eat and I'm gonna run. So see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.